congratulations on your appointment as Chief of Army Staff, and to say wholeheartedly that we wish you a very successful tour of duty. You are in our prayers that during your tenure as Chief of Army Staff, that we will witness significant reduction in all the challenges that have confronted the Nigerian nation, that has constrained the Army to be present in over 30 states simultaneously, which I believe has stretched your men and resources to very bearable limits. But even under very strenuous conditions, I must commend the Nigerian Army in conjunction with other security agencies, that they have done very, very well. And we appreciate your services to your motherland. Yes, there have been challenges, there have been times when people have asked questions, but I must say that your presence, by and large, has afforded many communities the opportunity to sleep with their two eyes closed. We just recently concluded the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, and we cannot forget easily the sacrifice, the resilience of the men and officers who have demonstrated their loyalty to the nation, in the course of which some of them have lost their lives. And we continue to pray that we will all contribute our quota as we pray to God to look after the families of the fallen heroes. But we also pray that we will also contribute our quota to making sure that life is more livable for such families. I must say that for us here on the Plateau particularly, we have witnessed improvements, definitely, in many areas of operations. It is truly easy to criticize, but when you don't have adequate information, you will not know the gallant fight that the men and officers put up before they were able to forestall many incidences. I know for sure that the intel at our disposal in the build-up to Christmas and New Year of 2025 were quite frightening. But to the glory of God, I think we spent one of the most peaceful Christmas and New Year seasons. While we thank God, we must commend the professionalism and gallantry of your officers and men in ensuring that while the rest of us were celebrating, they were keeping an eye on our neighborhoods and our communities. We want to thank the GOC for his leadership in making sure that he holds his men and officers and men accountable to their responsibilities. We continue to look for how to deepen non-kinetic engagements to complement the kinetic engagements that have been going on. It is true that we still have areas that we must deal with. I've said about the challenges we are facing in Kanam, in Wase, where these have become some strongholds of some sort, and in Kwanpan, where the bandits and insurgents have tried to establish camps and cells. We will continue to count on the collaboration of your officers and men to flush out all these elements that have put our nation in peril. I have said it times without number that some of these insurgents and terrorists, we must see them as enemies of state and who are threatening the sovereignty of our country, and we must deal with them as such. And I'm confident that about the loyalty, commitment, professionalism of the Nigerian Army under your leadership to take on any task that is assigned to it, to protect our territorial integrity. Therefore, we'll continue to count on your support.
The operations that are going on, the challenges where we can infuse or add additional troops or equipment, combat enablers to ensure they do their job properly. And we've spoken to them, and also to appreciate you for all the support that the division has been having, and also as the good host to Trade Armored Division, the home of the Armored Corps. So I must say that we appreciate you and we understand, and together we're working together for a vision of Plateau State where we can see a vision that once we build up to actualize that, Plateau State will be better for everybody. And hopefully, under your sterling leadership, that's going to be achieved. I must say that the crisis on the plateau is surmountable. And with all hands on deck, that will be done. And I want to assure you, from our own part, we'll do all our best to ensure that we mitigate as much as possible.